Comerica's been sort of in the doldrums over the past couple of years after the SVB debacle. It's taken some long time to get under its own footing, and they've gotten a lot of agitated investors and activists pushing for a sale, and this was a great outcome. On the other hand, for Fifth Third, it's a great deal. It moves them into growthier markets in Texas and California, supplements their Michigan presence, and really builds out their branching presence across the Southeast and Southwest.
So within the regional banking space, what does this deal put pressure on? Who does this deal put pressure on to make a move of their own?
Yeah, so that's a question, the follow-on question, like who's next? So there are other banks that are operating within the size of a Fifth Third that have also done deals, like a PNC and Huntington, and the others that are still on the sidelines are banks like Regions in the Southeast, KeyCorp in Ohio as well, and M&T and Citizens in the Northeast. So those are the ones that probably are going to get asked a lot of questions on the 3-2 earnings call about M&A.
So what do we know about the Trump administration and its view towards bank consolidation? Are they opined on this at all?
Yeah, so we can see that these bank deals are getting approved at a much faster clip. So I mentioned Huntington earlier. They're buying a bank in Texas named Veritex.
That's right.
And it's going to take them about 98 days from deal close from merger announcements. And that contrasts with under the Biden administration, it's taken 400 to 600 days for a large bank M&A deal. So these deals under Trump are being fast-tracked, and it's really encouraging the management teams to really go out there and search for deals.
So for so long, a lot of people had commented that the U.S. is overbanked. By one count, there's almost 4,500 FDIC insured banking institutions here. Yeah. Are we still overbanked, Herman?
I would say so. There's a lot of competition. And that's the reason why Comerica is looking to sell, because they were lacking in a retail branch presence. They mostly bank middle market commercial customers that are great, but it doesn't create the diversity that they needed during times of stress like the SVB environment. And so that was a lesson learned for a lot of the banking industry, that you need to diversify your deposit base, and one way to diversify is to sell to a larger organization.
Which segment of the banking industry is bloated, needs to streamline the most? Yeah,
so there, you mentioned 4,500 banks. Like, does there need to be that many banks within the United States? Probably not. They don't have the scale to operate a retail branch presence. They don't have the capabilities on the fee side and the advisory side to really help their customers on the commercial side. And you see so much competition from not only larger banks, but also the fintechs that are just biting at the heels on the consumer side. So it's a really tough operating environment, and we expect more consolidation over the next several years.
All right, riddle me this year. Why do banks even have branches? I hear banks talking about adding branches. I haven't been into a branch in years.
Across the street from Bloomberg headquarters, Citigroup just
opened.
a
new Citi branch right across. A lot of it is marketing, because and a lot of it is scale. So for a bank like Fifth Third, they're growing organically in the Southeast, and that's been a major growth driver for them.
But I need a branch to...
You don't need a branch, but you need the branch for a marketing aspect. So you need
it's like a big billboard.
Right. It's a big billboard.
Big expensive billboard.
In markets where you have a lot of foot traffic and higher growth markets. So it's a big billboard, and it's been a proven growth driver for banks. But on the other hand, branches are declining. So if you have critical mass and scale in your existing markets, you can trim your branch presence and not affect your depositors. But if you're entering new markets, then opening new branches is the way to go.
I don't even think I could find my checkbook.
Well, that raises a question. Does a fintech that wants to be a bank need to therefore have a retail presence?
Right.
Do they need to open up a branch also across the street from our office?
Right. So that's the beauty of the fintech model, is that they're issuing the branches. It's not a requirement. It's a lower cost to serve because you don't have the physical retail presence. And it's one way to really compete effectively with these legacy banks, where you have a really easy to use app, and you aren't burdened by this cost basis of owning the physical presence.